Hey there, have you ever found yourself staring at a massive spreadsheet, just rows and rows of numbers, and thinking, there has to be a better way to understand all this? Well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to demystify Power BI, a tool that's all about turning that raw data into a story you can actually see.
You know, the Nobel Prize-winning economist Ronald Coase once said, if you torture your data long enough, it will confess to anything. And he's totally right, isn't he? Your data has secrets, it has stories to tell. The trick is just having the right tools to get it to talk.
So how do you do that? How do you make your data actually talk? How do you turn all those boring rows and columns into something clear, something compelling? Well, that is exactly where Power BI comes in. Okay, before we jump into the what it is and how it works, let's talk about the why. I mean, why is everybody, from data analysts to CEOs, talking about Power BI? Why has this one tool become such a huge deal in the world of data?
And listen, this isn't just hype. Just look at this. This is from Google Trends. While interest in other big tools like Tableau has been pretty steady, the search interest for Power BI has just skyrocketed. That tells you something really important. This isn't just a tool anymore. It's a critical skill to have in today's job market.
And it's not just a popularity contest, right? This thing is seriously powerful. The big industry experts at Gartner, they consistently rank Microsoft as a leader in this field. It connects to over 100 different data sources. We're talking everything from a simple little Excel file all the way to massive cloud databases. And it is absolutely jam-packed with features.
But here's the kicker. You're probably thinking this costs a fortune, right? Well, get this. The Pro version is just $10 a month. And the desktop tool where you actually build all your reports, that's completely 100% free. This makes top-level business intelligence affordable for pretty much everyone.
All right, so we know it's popular, it's powerful, and it's super affordable. But what is it, really? Let's break it down. The best way to think about it is as your complete data storytelling toolkit. At its heart, Power BI is a business intelligence tool that does one thing, and it does it incredibly well. It takes raw, messy, totally confusing data and turns it into clear, visual, and interactive insights. It's the bridge that gets you from the numbers on a spreadsheet to the actual decisions you need to make.
Now to really get it, you just need to know its two main parts. First up is Power BI Desktop. Think of this as your studio or your workshop. It's the free app where you do all the heavy lifting, connecting to data, cleaning it up, and actually building your reports. Then you've got the Power BI service. This is like your gallery. It's the online space where you publish your finished work to share it and collaborate with your team. Studio and gallery. Simple as that.
So how does this all work in the real world? How do you actually go from a messy data file to a polished, shareable report? Well, it's a surprisingly simple 5-step workflow.
The whole journey has 5 key stages. First, you get data. Second, you transform that data. Third, you model it. Fourth, you visualize it. And finally, number 5, you share your report. That's it. That's the entire process from start to finish.
Now let's zoom in on a couple of these steps because they're really important. Step 2, transform data is absolutely crucial. And I love this analogy. Think of it as a data car wash. This is where you take your dirty, inconsistent data and give it a good cleaning using a built-in tool called Power Query. This makes sure your analysis is actually accurate.
I mean, here's a perfect example. Look at the before column. To a computer, US and United States are two totally different things. In Power Query, you can standardize them in seconds, making sure all your charts and maps work perfectly. It's this cleanup process that makes great dashboards even possible.
Next up is step 3, model data. So, what if you have your data in separate tables? You know, maybe a list of customers in one and a list of all their orders in another. How do you link them? Well, this is where you connect the dots. You create a relationship, basically telling Power BI, hey, the customer ID in this table is the same as the customer ID in that table. And just like that, they can talk to each other.
All right, so we've connected our data, we've cleaned it up, we've modeled it. Now for the magic. And I mean it, this is what separates Power BI from a static, boring old PowerPoint slide. We're talking about true interactivity.
So what is it? What's Power BI's absolute killer feature? What's the one thing that makes people's jaws drop when they see it for the first time?
Okay, take a look at this dashboard. We've got sales by category, a map, some monthly sales figures. It looks nice, sure, but it's static. It's just a picture of the data. But this is the game changer. Watch. When I click on the bar for technology, boom.
Instantly, every other visual on the page filters to show data only for technology. The map updates, the sales table updates. This isn't just a report anymore, it's a conversation you're having with your data. Imagine being able to see which marketing campaign is driving sales in California this month, all with a single click. That's how you make a decision, not just look at data.
So let's put it all together. We've seen the why, the what, and the how. Let's do a quick recap of the complete journey, from that simple data file all the way to a dynamic, interactive dashboard.
It all starts with your raw data, maybe sitting in an Excel file. You pull it in, and you transform it using Power Query. Then you model it by building those relationships. From there, you visualize it and build your dashboard. And finally, you share it with your team using the Power BI service. It's a simple, repeatable, and incredibly powerful process.
And that brings us to the end. We've literally gone from a spreadsheet to a story in just a few minutes. So the final question really isn't about what Power BI can do. It's about what stories your data is just waiting to tell.